Okay, so here I'm just making some real quick soup for lunch, and I have some leftover cauliflower mango salad. So I'm going to throw that in here just to use it up because that's from yesterday and I don't want to waste it. So I'm just peeling my onion here, and I found that the fastest way, to peel an onion and get it ready is take it like this, make a bunch of slices, and just, or you can use food processor if you want. I find this works really fast and easy. So there's my onion pieces. I have some collards here and some carrots here that I just took out of the fridge. And I'm just going to give that an extra little chop so those are kind of bite-sized. Throw them in there and get them sauteing on a high heat while you cut up the rest. So I'm just going to turn this up a bit and put in just a little bit of coconut oil, about a teaspoon of coconut oil in there, and get the rest of the onions in. In the meantime, I've got my carrots, and they are organic, and I find the easiest way to cut carrots is to do it all at once, fastest. Okay, so I've just cut the ends off, and then I'm just going to go through, and they're little tiny organic carrots, so I'm just going to kind of cut as many as I can at once, carefully, without cutting your fingers. So, and again, you could use a food processor, but you know, I just feel like it takes way too much time to haul that thing out and then have to deal with it and clean it and that kind of thing. So I have my onions sauteing, and I really do like to saute them and get them a little opaque before I add anything else. So I'm just going to set this, actually I'll set it right here. Whoop. Onions are jumping, or sorry, the carrots are jumping on the stove. I have a little bit of leftover broccoli from the salad the other night. This is fresh. So I'm just going to throw that in too. And again, just, you know, chop it up there. So I'm not going to use the whole stem, although you could. Get that ready, and I have some celery, which if you see my other videos, the trick to making vegetables, anything with vegetables fast, is leave them in the bag, leave the tops open, have them pre-washed, and then you just really don't even have to take them out of the bag. You just take the little heads out, chop them up, back in the bag, and into the fridge. Okay, so I also happen to have some beans here. And again, I'm just going to kind of, they're already pre-washed. Everything is pre-washed before it's allowed into my fridge. So they're pre-washed, and just going to kind of try and line them up so that the heads are all kind of showing their heads. I'm going to chop off their heads and get rid of that part. Put that in the compost, and then try and even them up and chop off the other ends. You know, because it's just a waste of time to pick through every single bean and try and trim it. And if you see something that doesn't look that great, just take it out and put it in the compost. Okay, so my beans are in half here. You could put them in smaller bits if you want smaller bits. And again, if you see anything that doesn't look beautiful, just put it for the compost. I have a little bit of pepper here left from the fridge too, and I'm just going to go like that with that. I don't really worry about the ribs or the seeds because I don't. It really doesn't bother me to have ribs and seeds, and it doesn't seem to bother anybody who eats my soup. Okay, so that's it. Oh, and some collards. You can see my onions are sauteing nicely here. Okay, so the collards, I'm just going to take the ends off and fold them And go like that. Kind of cut them in half. Fold it again. Make sure the blade's in between your fingers. Get the little bits that have fallen off. And you could do this with cabbage, you could do it with bok choy, any kind of greens, spinach. Just kind of fold it up and stick it in there. You know, once you've got it cooking in the soup, it pretty much disintegrates anyway, so, you know, it doesn't really stay long and stringy. Give it another slice there. Okay, so the onions are translucent now, and your carrots are going to take longer to cook. So I'm going to just get those puppies in there while I open up my favorite ingredient in soup usually. Whoops, put those carrots in there. Is coconut milk. Really like to get the coconut milk in there. So get that sauteing, get those carrots sauteing. You know, I don't really like to overcook my vegetables, so I, you know, it doesn't take me long to cook because I don't really like them too cooked. So I'm going to take my coconut here while that's sauteing, and maybe I need a new, thing here. Anyways, yeah, I think I need to invest in a new can opener. That is very strange, because usually it works really well. So let's just see if I can get this open without making a big mess. Oh, look at that. It's like totally eating up the can. Well, this is a very old one. So I don't suggest you do this at home, because you probably have a coconut, or a can opener that actually works. Just going to try and get this. There. Okay, I'm going to grab a spoon. So I'm cut myself. And try and see if I can get some coconut milk out of this. Carefully. There. See? Okay, actually I don't want to put that in yet, because I want this to saute. Okay, so you can see the carrots are getting really nice, a little bit soft already. The secret is high heat. I'm going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper and a little bit of Himalayan sea salt, a little bit of regular pepper, and a little bit of turmeric, just because it's always so good for you. And it looks nice too. Okay, so we can put the rest of these in. The green beans, just whatever you have in the fridge, just get it all in there. And the secret really is, I think, to quick cooking. I'll put those in last because they take hardly any time at all. Is to saute your vegetables with, you know, almost no fluid, just a little bit of coconut oil, a little bit of water. And so you want them to look really, really fresh and practically raw. And then that softens them, crisps them up on the outside, and softens them enough so that so that it's kind of like a soup rather than a stir fry. And then I will actually put this in. Normally I would wait just a couple more minutes. Oh, I forgot my leftover cauliflower there. That gives me something to do. Get the leftover cauliflower, mango salad, put that in as well. It's going to add a little bit of nice flavor too. Okay. Get a new spoon for my coconut milk since I took that out. And add the rest of this. A little bit of that. Give this another bit of a fry, a stir fry, or a stir in my fry. And see how nice that is with all those vegetables in there for the soup. So what I'm going to do is just bring that to a little bit of a high simmer for about another 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'm going to add my coconut milk and a little bit of water just to make it thin enough for whatever thickness I want my soup. And so that really is like your 15-minute soup, and I don't cook it for very long. As soon as I get the coconut in there and get everything really heated through, then the vegetables are still pretty raw, and you have a really lovely soup. Okay, so there you go. I'll take a picture of it when it's done, when it has coconut milk in it, and you can see it there. Whoops, at georginasear.com. Okay.